My teacher tried to cure a peanut allergy. Mr. Landry was my 6th grade teacher, and he was one of those back-in-my-day guys who believed kids today were soft little marshmallows. He told us stories about how he walked 10 miles to school, uphill both ways, in the snow, eating peanut butter on cardboard or whatever. He'd always talk like he was born during the Great Depression, even though he probably graduated in, 1987. And his mission? To toughen us up, which would have been harmless if he wasn't also dangerously dumb. Enter Evan, sweet, quiet kid with a severe peanut allergy. Like, actual life or death stuff. His mom sent warning emails to every teacher twice. He had a file marked in red, a medical alert bracelet, and his EpiPen was stashed in the nurse's office like a precious relic. Everyone knew. Every teacher got the memo, multiple times. But Mr. Landry? He thought allergies were made up. Overprotective parents, he'd grumble during class. Back in my day, we had peanut butter every day. Nobody dropped dead. He legit joked that peanut allergies were just fear with branding. Then came Cultural Food Day. We each brought in a dish from our family's culture. Evan brought this awesome fruit salad. Safe, simple, allergy-free. Meanwhile, May brought in this amazing-looking Thai peanut sauté, which smelled incredible, but was obviously a landmine for Evan. Mr. Landry was doing his whole, let's share everything, build community thing. Then he saw Evan sitting happily with his fruit salad, not touching anyone else's food. No big deal, right? Wrong. He called him out, loudly. You're not gonna try May's dish? What, you think you're too good for other people's culture? Full classroom attention. Evan went red and mumbled something about his allergy. And Mr. Landry? He rolled his eyes so hard I swear we heard a clicking sound. Oh please, he said. One tiny bite isn't going to kill you. Then the man actually grabbed a piece of May's sauté, cut it up, and put it on Evan's plate, like he was some evil lunchroom Gordon Ramsay. There, now eat it. You're being disrespectful and wasting May's hard work. Evan started crying, full-on shaking. He backed away from the table like it had grown fangs. A bunch of us started yelling at Mr. Landry to stop. He just got louder. This is what I mean. You kids are too coddled. It's just food. And that's when Katie Morrison saved the day. She booked it to the nurse's office, like Olympic sprint. 30 seconds later, Mrs. Garcia the nurse comes flying in like a bat out of righteous fury. She takes one look at Evan, shaking, crying, with a literal plate of death in front of him, and she loses it. What did you do? And I mean yelled. She was normally the nicest person ever. Soft voice, always smelled like peppermint. But right then, she sounded like a battle siren. She rushed to Evan, checked his pulse and breathing right there in front of everyone. Then she turns to Mr. Landry and goes full volcano. You could have killed him. This is a medical condition, not a suggestion. What is wrong with you? Mr. Landry started stammering about teaching us to be open-minded eaters or whatever, and Mrs. Garcia shut him down mid-sentence, told him to step outside. She then called the principal, Evan's parents, probably the school board, the mayor, and Jesus Christ himself. We all just sat there in stunned silence. May was crying because she thought her food caused it, which made it worse. Evan was still trembling, even though he never took a bite. The whole room felt radioactive. By lunch, word had spread to every single parent in the school. The PTA turned into a literal riot squad. Evan's mom showed up like an avenging angel in heels, waving legal documents and fire. The principal called an emergency meeting and took Landry behind closed doors, but we could hear yelling through the walls. That afternoon, Mr. Landry was suspended on the spot, like escorted out of the building level. By the end of the semester, he was no longer with the district, which is fancy school language for we fired his prehistoric peanut happy butt. Now every classroom has huge allergy signs. There's a new district-wide no food shaming rule, and all staff have to take mandatory allergy awareness training every year, complete with EpiPen demos and everything. Moral of the story, don't try to prove a point with peanut sauté unless you want to be the reason school policy changes forever.